While not thought of as a hockey market, Oklahoma can trace the sport's history to the Tulsa Oilers of 1928. After the initial success of hockey in Tulsa, Oklahoma City would form a minor pro team of their own. Known as the Oklahoma City Warriors, the club competed in the American Hockey Association. The Warriors' home rink was the Stockyards Coliseum, built in 1922 and rebuilt in 1930 after a fire destroyed the original. The Warriors never posted a winning season in Oklahoma. The club would relocate to Minnesota for the last few games of the 1935-36 season, briefly being known as the Minneapolis Warriors before folding. Hockey would return to OKC after the relocation of Boston's farm team, the Minneapolis Bruins, in 1965. Debuting in the state as the Oklahoma City Blazers. The Blazers would compete in the Central Professional Hockey League, later renamed the Central Hockey League. Oklahoma City played at the Fairgrounds Arena and Myriad Gardens. The Myriad is currently the Cox Convention Center. In the team's first two seasons, they would win the championship, first defeating the Tulsa Oilers and then the Omaha Knights the following year. Overall, the Blazers would appear in the finals 4 times, reaching the playoffs 9 out of 11 seasons. The relationship with Boston, however, would not last. The Blazers would see their team affiliation shift from Boston to Toronto and then the Minnesota North Stars. Minnesota would rebrand the team the Oklahoma City Stars. As the Stars, the club competed 4 years in the CHL. The Stars would only reach the playoffs in their final 2 seasons, losing both in the first round. Their final NHL parent club was the Calgary Flames. The team would finally cease in 1982, with the Central Hockey League following a few years later. In 1992, a new CHL would emerge, operating in the same region as the previous league. There were 6 teams in the inaugural year, which included the second Oklahoma City Blazer team. The return of the Blazers would mark a high point for hockey in the state. Playing for 17 seasons at the Ford Center and the Myriad Gardens, the team would make the playoffs on 14 occasions. From 96 to 2003, the club would win 7 straight division championships, 9 overall. OKC would qualify for the finals 4 times, winning 2 in 96 and 2001. Featuring some of the league's best players and coaches, the team would attract a very large fan base, pulling in over 9,500 fans per game. However, despite their success, the club would close its doors in 2009, withdrawing from its lease extension with the Ford Center, being remembered as one of the most successful minor league hockey teams of all time. However, as quickly as the team skated off the ice, they were almost immediately replaced with a higher-level AAA team, the Oklahoma City Barons. The Barons would come to be after the Edmonton Oilers reactivated their minor pro franchise, the Roadrunners, moving them to Oklahoma City. The Barons would skate for 5 years in the American Hockey League. They would appear in the playoffs every year with 1 division championship, calling the Cox Convention Center home. Off the ice, however, they would struggle. Playing at a higher level meant higher operating costs and higher travel costs, which resulted in higher ticket costs. With the Blazers, there was a time in which it was cheaper to take the family to dinner and a hockey game instead of dinner and a movie. With the Barons, however, this was not the case. Because of this, the Barons would be forced to move. They would become the Bakersfield Condors in California, a part of the AHL's Western expansion. This would bring an end to professional minor league hockey in Oklahoma City. Shortly after this, Bob Funk and Prodigal, the former owners of the Blazers and managers of the Barons, would consider bringing hockey back to Oklahoma City. This idea would be scrapped, though, due to venue and scheduling issues. Instead, Bob Funk and Prodigal would focus on bringing pro soccer to Oklahoma City, presenting us with the Energy FC. At the moment, it doesn't appear that Oklahoma City will be getting a pro hockey team anytime soon. Currently, 1 team does remain in the city, dubbed the Oklahoma City Blazers. This Blazer team plays in the Western States Hockey League, developing players for the professional ranks. Competing at the Blazers Ice Center, the team has seen success on and off the ice, never missing the postseason and capturing one division championship. While not thought of as a hockey market, Oklahoma City has seen the sport thrive off and on for the past century. And though we lack a professional team with none on the horizon, there is one thing we don't lack: the fond memories of our teams of the past and their accomplishments.